with him and Drew McIntyre. It's been going so well. Why take the title off them? How long has it been? 3 weeks?
About, yeah.
They've had it. Why take the title off of that immediately when there's so many things you can do with it? So they have the caveat of Drew McIntyre out at ringside. I can see someone coming out to help to
lunatic?
To possibly, but anybody coming out to assist in curtailing Drew McIntyre, and during the melee and the scrum, Dolph Ziggler comes up from behind and steals,
or maybe a returning Jason Jordan,
and steals the win. But I just don't think you move the title, the Intercontinental title, this quickly. Especially the way they've been building up Ziggler and McIntyre, and they gave them the title. Why take it away from that when you can have Seth Rollins move on to something bigger? Like this is the end of the road for him with the Intercontinental title for now. That's how I feel about it.
I do agree with you on all of that. Seth Rollins definitely needs to move on to something bigger and better. Unfortunately, I don't think he'll get anything bigger and better, even though, in all honesty, he is the top guy going on Raw right now. And with the Universal title gone, the Intercontinental Championship is the title to go for. And it's definitely had his prestige brought back. And I do agree with you with that. I don't think they're going to be hot potatoing the title right now. So I'm going to go with Dolph Ziggler as well. And the one thing that bothered me with this past week on Raw is that Seth was trying to show hints of maybe some kind of, what's the word? Friction between Drew and Dolph. I hope that actually leads to nothing, because right now Drew and Dolph is awesome right now, and in my opinion, they are the top heels of WWE.
Yeah,
at least on Raw.
We know it's coming, but
I want to keep these two together. Keep these two together out as long as possible, because they're awesome for one another.
Because I think there's more money in the Drew McIntyre Dolph Ziggler feud than and have Seth Rollins move on to,
like, I know that even Daniel Bryan said himself that he really doesn't believe in long-term WWE's capability of long-term booking, but I just hope that these two stay together as long as possible. Fool?
I'm going Seth Rollins. I'm not convinced that something about this just doesn't feel right. Something about this whole thing just doesn't feel right about the timing. Something doesn't feel right about how this is going. Something about this, and now they're going in an Iron Man match. That ideally, at least as far as recent memory goes, these are kinds of feud enders, and I'm not convinced that. Yeah, does Seth Rollins deserve to go into a major world title match? Yeah. But then again, given Brock's schedule, I'm not convinced, and especially now that Braun is waiting in the wings with Money in the Bank. I don't know, something about it just really doesn't sit right with me. I'm going to go with Seth Rollins because he's like the equivalent of a Wawa coffee. Always the center of attention, and it'll burn you down.
Have you been to Wawa recently with all these Wawa references that you've been doing?
Oh, don't I wish.
All right. And you know what? Speaking of Braun Strowman and the Money in the Bank, waiting for Brock Lesnar to show up, why doesn't he just announce his cash-in?
Because he's going to surprise Brock at a UFC event, and he's going to be like, Braun, and he's just going to beat him down with his bigness.
Okay, Brian, how about a real answer?
The first time Brock Lesnar shows up to TV, Braun Strowman is going to challenge him at the next pay-per-view for the with the briefcase. Because if he does it any other way, if he has the briefcase and uses it in any other fashion than to demand a match immediately, or in Brock's case at the next pay-per-view, demand a match immediately, not with a beatdown first, because why? You're Braun. That's it. If he does it any other way, I'm calling bullshit.
Okay. All right. Now we're moving on to SmackDown with the SmackDown Tag Team Championship, the Bludgeon Brothers versus the newly reunited Team Hell No. Jeff, who do you got with this one?
I'm gonna go with Team Hell No because they're like a Lunchables you find in the cold section of a Wawa. Nostalgic, but somehow just plain satisfying and deserving of the whole experience. Team Hell No wins.
I'm gonna agree, not go into food references, but I will say that they wouldn't bring.
Do you
these
hate
guys...
Lunchables?
What's up?
Do you hate Lunchables?
I hate everything that you like. No, just kidding. No, that's it.
I factually know that's not true. I almost want to go down this list and show you how it's not, but I'm not going to waste my time because I'm thinking of Lunchables. Go on.
What the hell is going on with this
You
episode?
don't-
I'm talking about Lunchables, damn it. Get the net.
You don't bring these two together the way that you did and set up a title match the way that you did if you're not going to give them the title for at least a little bit. The Bludgeon Brothers will get it back very soon, but at least for one night, Team Hell No will band together and become the tag team champions.
It's funny. This is the other match that I was thinking was such a problem for me, because, like you said, it's Daniel Bryan and Kane. They just reunited. Why bring them back together just to have them lose? But the one thing that definitely changed my mind about this is what they did on SmackDown with Miz TV. I think they're going to start with the Daniel Bryan Miz feud, leading into SummerSlam with this one, with Miz costing Daniel Bryan and Kane the tag team championship. Looks like they're about to win. Miz takes out Daniel Bryan, leaving Kane confused, knowing what the hell's going on, and that leads him to a Bludgeon Brothers finishing move to a title retain. So yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bludgeon Brothers on this one.
I'm officially going to call Team Hell No Team Lunchables from now on.
Don't do that. Ever.
I just did.
Never again.
I just did.
As much as I really do want Kane and Daniel Bryan to win again, especially after the show ended with them bringing back Pyro, I want them to win. Just like, thank you, Daniel Bryan. You brought something back that's been missed for so freaking long. I'm not dropping the F-bomb yet. But I think from also the hinting that they had with the Bludgeon Brothers and Sanity, with kind of like tension building between them, I'm actually looking at a possible fatal four-way at SummerSlam for the Tag Team Championship with Bludgeon Brothers, Team Hell No, New Day, and the Usos.
And that's when I said I either see the Bludgeon Brothers getting it back in my little thing, either getting it back the SmackDown after Extreme Rules, just getting it back and having the Miz do it that way, or the Bludgeon Brothers will get it back in the multi-man. There's gonna be a multi-team tag team match at SummerSlam for the tag team titles. There always is.
I'm just not a huge fan. I'm not a huge fan of the hot potato, and I like that they haven't been doing that recently. I don't want them to, even with one title, I don't want them to do that. All right, moving on to the Raw main event. Hopefully not the event main event.
It will be.
It most likely will be. We got Roman Reigns versus Bobby Lashley.
And we go with the golden rule. If Roman Reigns is in the match and Brock Lesnar is not, Roman Reigns wins. So yes, Roman Reigns is my pick.
Roman Reigns is my pick too. I want Bobby Lashley to win. I like the things that he's been saying, and he's more into this feud than he ever was in the Sami Zayn feud. But
well, yeah, because he doesn't have to deal with his three sisters bullshit.
Sisters.
Now he can actually be the badass that he was in Ultimate Fighting and Impact, and
I would like to see Bobby Lashley. I want to see him win because it would be a great. This would be a great transition to get him in that main event spot, get him from off the mid card into the big yard, if you will. But yeah,
when Roman's in the match,
it's hard to go against him. So yeah, Roman.
This match is a lot like the hard-boiled eggs at Wawa.
Okay, we get it. Wawa. Just tell us your goddamn
you know
prediction. I don't care why.
Well, I'm going to tell you anyway. It's because they smell horrible and I don't buy it, just like I don't buy this match.
Neither did the Boston fans chanting for the Celtics.
Whatever. I don't care about this match.
That's right. I went there. Celtic Celtics.
I am
That's
still
what I'm gonna call them
immensely
now.
bored by Bobby Lashley. This is the one and only time I feel like Roman Reigns' other dominance is permissible. So therefore, I have to go with Roman Reigns. This is going to be my pee break. And if I take a pee break at the very end of the show, then so be it.
I wonder what will be the pee break, because these last two matches will definitely be the third to last and the last. I wonder what would be the in between.
Hopefully it's at least 15 minutes so I can get a Wawa break.
It'll probably be Carmella versus Asuka.
Yeah, probably.
In between.
Yeah, with the shark cage? Yeah, probably. That'll be the match.
Either that or Balor and Corbin.
I look at that as one of the first few matches. But now we're on to hopefully what will be the main event, the SmackDown main event.
It won't.
AJ Styles defending the WWE Championship against Rusev.
And this is more like a feel-good thing for Rusev. They're giving him the shot because of the crowd reactions he's getting. There's no... There's a 5% chance that Rusev wins. Okay. There's that, it could happen, but it's not going to. AJ Styles, it's foregone to me that AJ Styles is going to win. This was a placeholder match that they gave to Rusev because of the crowd reactions. They wanted him to get a main event paycheck. They never planned on him winning the match. So yeah, AJ Styles will go into SummerSlam as the World Heavyweight Champion.
Cool.
AJ Styles is a lot like the mac and cheese.
I'm not going to ask him anymore.
Wawa.
I'm not going to ask him anymore.
It's the best possible part of the place, but is still somehow criminally underrated. We all know how this is going to go. There's going to be a great match, but ultimately AJ Styles wins because he's the best. AJ.
As fun as it would be to have this one big twist of having Rusev win the title, even as a transitional champion, Vince McMahon is very high on AJ Styles right now, even to a point people are saying, why didn't I hire him years ago? So it looks like they're going to keep the title on AJ Styles. He's going to hold on to that thing for a long time. And hell, maybe he can actually beat out CM Punk's record and actually meaning something out of it other than what they're doing with Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, I can see Vince McMahon trying to actually... I don't want to say it's... I can see him wanting to be like someone who wants to be here, someone who loves the business. CM Punk... I want someone to have that record that actually wants it. So yeah, I see AJ Styles holding on to this for a long time until they possibly start that Daniel Bryan Miz world heavyweight title feud.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever and whoever might beat him to begin